one step away from new record. The international 2020 prize pool reaches $34 million. Battle Pass actions will last until September 19, so players have every chance to bypass the last year. As a reminder, the TI9 prize pool was $34,033,068 US. New highlights. Daniil Stukin, who is a temporary stand-in in Evil Geniuses, took a record-breaking 1000 MMR. GPK announced this on his Instagram page. He became the third player in the world who broke the record. The first who did this was Abbott and 23 Savage. An interesting fact, on August 23rd, the day before the record number were taken, Daniel celebrated his 19th birthday. Lolayet became the champion of Warcraft 3. Korean pro player Jojo Yeon won the first world tournament from ESL and DreamHack. At the DreamHack Warcraft 3 Open 2020 Summer Season Finals in Asia, Lolayet faced Focus and defeated him 3-1. An interesting fact is that Jojo Yeon was one of the 4 players invited to the tournament directly, when the other 12 players went for the qualifiers. For his victory, Lolayet received $2,400 and 600 ESL Pro Tour points. Chu Yan will leave the Chinese pro scene. Team's Aster mid-lane player will continue his career, but in other regions. This was announced by the organization itself. Although the player is bound by a current contract, Team Aster representatives said they were ready to not only suspend it, but also to help Chu Yan in finding a new team. The player thanked the organization on his Twitter. Riot Games and Spotify have announced their partnership. The streaming audio service will become the music partner of the League of Legends. Riot Games spoke about this on their official website. Spotify brings curated playlists, podcasts, and LoL esports hub. Recall that earlier, the creators of the League of Legends announced the opening of a music camp and the release of the new single from K-pop band KDA.
The crowd erupts! This is what peak League of Legends looks like! I never doubted them!
The Game Awards 2020 will take place online. The prestigious in-game awards ceremony will be digital. Jeff Keighley, the host of the event, announced this in an interview with IGN. According to him, the Game Awards, unlike the Oscar, will not be postponed, but the show itself will be broadcasted live and will become their largest presentation yet. What happened with Pronax? The famous CSGO player and 3-time major winner stated that he was let go out of the asylum. According to Marcus Wollston, he got there after threats of writing police reports on his colleagues. Pronax affirmed he had noticed long ago that the top management is searching for the options to force him out of the company. Godsend's co-owner had asked to introduce him to the board of management for around 9 months, but always collided with different excuses. Marcus had to finally enter management on the 27th of August. According to the players, staff tried to get him into asylum on the 24th of August, but he safely got out on the next day. Godsend's CEO informed on his Twitter that Pronax is temporarily discharged from management. Henrik Dynebrandt also added that Marcus's family approved the corporation's statement and asked not to float the accident's details. Call of Duty in real life. Streamer MJapan was shot in the yard of his home in Texas. The killer traveled 2,700 kilometers to Matthew Tenny's home. The malefactor sent the propanum barrel on fire to force the streamer out on the street and shot him in cold blood. When SOF got to the murderer's house, he had already shot himself. According to the Texas State Police, the 18-year-old Matthew Tane was killed because of the in-game conflict. The first lawsuit between Apple and Epic Games. The overview of two corporations' claims happened on the 24th of August. This round ended in a draw. District Judge Ian Gonzalez Rogers held a hearing via Zoom. As a result of the legal wrangling, the servant of Themis pointed out that she is inclined to support the game developers which uses Unreal Engine. Earlier, Apple stated that they will recall all the agent certificates from the Epic Games. It will render the product's update impossible. The judge is opted to support App Store in terms of financial bypass. The next lawsuit will take place on 28th of August. A quick reminder, the lawsuit was filed after Epic Games decided to sell the in-game currency without App Store's fee. 7 Rainbow Six Siege Major has concluded. The last out of 7 tournaments hosted by Ubisoft ended on the 23rd of August. The tournament promoters decided not to hold the main part with the teams from all regions due to the pandemic, and made the regional championships instead. Asia was the first one to hold the competition. This region was divided in 3 sectors. Union Gaming won over Mercenaries 3-0 in the South Asia on the 8th of August and grabbed $7.5K. Wildcard Gaming gained a $15K prize in their region after beating Pittsburgh's Knights 3-1. As a result of the matchup between Cloud9 and Giants Gaming, the first grabbed a win and $25,600 in the North Division. Latin America was divided in 2 sectors. The tie for $10K between Istral Esports and Timber Esports in Mexico ended with 3-1 scoreline in favor of ES on the 8th of August. Ninjas in Pajamas were able to beat FaZe in Brazil with a 3-0 scoreline and gain $50K. In the North America, Dark Zero Esports bet Team Solomate and earned $62.5K United States dollars. The matchups between BDS Esports and G2 Esports was final in Europe and happened on 23rd of August. BDS Esports emerged victorious and gained the same $62.5K. The International's Best Moments compilation. In their Twitter account, Valve announced the start of the week, during which they will remind about the best moments of the main tournament of the year. Gabe Newell's greetings were shown in the first video attached to the post.
Welcome to the International. 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 Welcome to the International.
The TI-10 finals was supposed to happen on the 21st of August, but the active phase of the tournament was rescheduled for the indefinite term because of the pandemic. IceFrog commented on the International 2020 delay in his Twitter account. Quote, "TI Finals is always the best day of the year. Sad we won't get to see a new champion today. This has been a really tough year for a lot of people around the world. Hope you're all keeping safe." End quote. IceFrog is the pseudonym of the Defense of the Ancients and Dota 2 game developer. He began working on the game since 2005, inheriting it from Steve Fick, also known as Guinzo. IceFrog is known to many for his anonymity. Nobody knows when he was born. The developer himself stated that he is 25 in a QA session in 2009. That's why it is possible to assume that he was born in 1983 or 1984, and now he is 36 or 37 years old. His appearance also remains a mystery. However, an independent user who stated that he is a Valve employee posted a blog in 2010 named The Truth About IceFrog. There he wrote that IceFrog's name is Abdul Ismail. IceFrog's colleague also said that Abdul is a liar and it's very hard to work with him because there is no information about the man. Riot Games public relations director and Dota All-Stars creator Steve Macon posted a blog which told that Abdul worked for Riot Games and S2 Games earlier. In the corporate world, this would be an equivalent of selling trade secrets. Staff members were enraged by the situation because any ethical company would have to drop Abdul, but he still continues developing. Iceberg has social media pages. For example, he has 12 posts on Twitter overall, and the content on his Weibo account, a Twitter analog for the Chinese, was not updated since 2018.